Oh no, I don't feel too good.
Hi, what can we help you with today?
I don't feel too good. I need to see a doctor.
Okay, you can sit right there and we'll be right with you.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, you're not feeling well today.
No, I'm not. I don't really know what's going on. My stomach's been hurting so bad. Like, I've never felt like this before.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we can take a closer look at what's going on. What are your symptoms? How are you feeling?
So, yesterday I was fine. I was just doing my work, and then my stomach started hurting really bad. I had to get up and go to the bathroom immediately. But I decided I didn't need to go to the doctor because it was just normal diarrhea. I felt fine, but my stomach was still pretty crampy. And then I woke up this morning in so much pain. My stomach hurt so bad, and my diarrhea had a little bit of blood in it, which was really freaking me out. So I decided I needed to come to the doctor today.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to come in. How is the stomach pain? Is it dull, sharp? Does it feel like cramps?
It's kind of cramping all over. Like, now it's not even just only in my stomach. Like, I feel like my whole body is cramping.
Right, okay. Can you tell me a little bit about what you've had to eat in the past couple of days?
Well, today I made myself a chicken sandwich for lunch because I had chicken left over from earlier in the week, and then had a granola bar for breakfast, but since I wasn't feeling well, I didn't really eat much other than that. And then yesterday I ate a Caesar salad with the chicken in it that I made earlier this week. Then had some pizza for dinner, which was probably a bad idea because it made me feel worse, and had yogurt for breakfast. But I can't remember what else I had to eat this week because I didn't really start feeling bad until yesterday.
Right, okay. And this chicken, did you buy it at the store already cooked? Did you cook it?
Well, I bought it raw from the store, and then I took it home and cooked it myself.
Okay. And did you make sure when you cooked it that you cooked it all the way, there was no pink in the middle?
Well, no. This was my first time cooking chicken, so I Googled some articles about it, and Washington Post had an article about it being okay if you eat chicken that's a little pink on the inside, because I didn't have a meat thermometer, so I just kind of guesstimated.
Yeah. Okay, and so you didn't read the entire article?
No, I just looked at the bold title and the pictures of the chicken that were kind of pink, and it looked like mine, so I thought it was legit to eat.
Okay. Well, did you have a fever? Did you check that at home by chance?
Yes, I had a small fever. My skin has been kind of clammy, and I've had some cold sweats the past day.
Okay, well, I think I have some ideas, but we'll go ahead and get your vitals and take some blood, a urine sample, a stool sample, and we're going to get to the bottom of this. So a nurse will come in and get that from you, and we'll be back with you whenever we get those results.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. So the patient is a 21-year-old female, and she reported to the ER with reports of a slight fever and bloody diarrhea with severe cramps. The patient reported that the onset of her symptoms started yesterday, but the stomach cramps were about 4 to 6 hours ago today. And she did take her temperature, and that was 101.2 degrees Fahrenheit. She had no sick contacts, no recent travel, no pets at home, and all of her immunizations are up to date. Her initial vital signs were significant for rectal temperature, and that temperature was 105.9 degrees, and she had a heart rate of 200 beats per minute. The physical exam of her stool showed that it was a yellowish color and that there were streaks of blood in there, and all of the other findings were unremarkable. After sending off the tests to the lab, we found that there was significance for an elevated absolute neutrophil count, an elevated absolute lymphocyte count, and an elevated CRP. Your analysis was normal, and the patient was negative for influenza, COVID-19, and RSV. I am diagnosing the patient with Salmonella. Okay, I had a chance to look over those lab results, and it does seem like you have a really bad case of Salmonella. All of the symptoms and lab work and everything just points to Salmonella. I'll send the nurse in to go ahead and get you started with a round of IV fluids, and it's important that you rest, you drink plenty of fluids, and avoid solid foods until you feel better. If your symptoms are going to get worse, we maybe can start you on an antibiotic.
Okay, I just want to feel better. I feel so terrible, so do whatever you need to do.
Yes, I know, it is rough, but you're in good hands, and we're going to take care of you. Just main importance is to stay hydrated and follow the instructions that we're giving you, and you're going to start feeling better soon. We're going to hold you here for the night and monitor you, but you should be able to leave tomorrow morning sometime.
Okay, thank you, Doc. I can't wait to feel better.
I bet. So I assumed that the patient had Salmonella when she came in, when she was talking about having undercooked chicken. It kind of just immediately took my mind to it. So that is the test that I wanted to test for. And sure enough, her stool sample came back with Salmonella bacteria, and that pointed to, yeah, she definitely has Salmonella. We see this a lot in the ER because about 1.35 million cases are reported of Salmonella each year. So definitely something that when we hear the symptoms, we pretty much pick up on instantly, run the tests, and have the patient feeling better soon, hopefully.
Okay guys, today we'll be talking about Salmonella, and we'll be giving some scientific details and relevance. So, to start, we'll be giving a quick case study review. The symptoms include a fever of 101.2 degrees Fahrenheit, bloody diarrhea, body aches and cramps. It's really not fun. And then we've got some vitals, we've got physical exam, some yellowish stool with streaks of blood. We've got a lot of lab results that doctors can use to tell if you have this Salmonella. Our background, we've got 21-year-old female, noticed symptoms 6 hours prior to the presentation, consumed raw chicken, not good. Recommended treatments from the doctor, of course, were IV fluids, liquid diet, and rest. Some other signs, symptoms, and causes. Now, Salmonella is a common foodborne pathogen that is transmitted from the consumption of undercooked meats, dairy products, and some fruits and vegetables. Food safety is very important in the prevention of infection by this pathogen. Not washing hands after touching infected animals may also cause illness. Common GI symptoms arise, but with various severity depending on the case / species of Salmonella. Symptoms start within 6 hours to 6 days of ingestion of bacteria, and mild symptoms typically last 4 to 7 days without treatment. So you should get treatment. That's a very long time. Those with weakened immune systems are at higher risk, as it usually goes with disease. But a big factor in diagnosis of this pathogen is history of the patient.
Okay, sure. What is Salmonella? Salmonella is a gram-negative, rod-shaped, flagellated bacteria that can fester in a multitude of environments. There are currently 2 known species with over 2,500 serotypes, so these are like subspecies basically. The 2 known species are Salmonella enterica. One notable serotype of that is Salmonella typhi, which causes typhoid fever, which is a whole other thing within itself. It's basically a life-threatening bacterial infection that can be caused by Salmonella, found usually in contaminated water. It's not a huge problem in the U.S., it's mainly in like third world countries. Salmonella bongori is the second known species. There's not much research on bongori, so I feel like that's a species that we don't have much information about. The most common serotypes that cause Salmonella poisoning in humans are non-typhoidal Salmonella, which Salmonella typhimurium, which are both Salmonella enterica serotypes. The method of invasion. Salmonella is specifically transmitted through fecal-oral pathways, mainly through contaminated foods with small traces of fecal material. Salmonella lives in the intestinal tract of humans and animals and is most likely present in the environment of infected animals. So this explains how humans contract salmonella from food if the food somehow comes in contact with the bacteria in the living environment of animals or with the feces of animals. In most species, animals are the main reservoir and spread through contact. In other species, such as the Salmonella typhi, which causes typhoid fever, it is spread solely through human-to-human contact, but you mostly see it through animal reservoir contact. And then pathogenesis, the non-typhoidal kind, which is the most common, colonizes in the ileum and the colon, so that's your small intestine, your large intestine, and then it invades the intestinal epithelial cells by binding to the specific receptors on the epithelial cell structure, and it induces an acute inflammatory response. Ultimately, it produces toxins that your body attempts to fight off through inflammation. And then you can go over the virulence factors that we talked about in class of this pathogen. Its ability to invade cells, complete lipopolysaccharide coat, the ability to replicate intracellularly, and the release of toxins.
Okay, so the advancements, so there's been a novel delivery strategy for NTS vaccines that have been under development. So generalized modules for membrane antigens technology, they are self-adjuvenating. There's also potential for high immunologic potency and which is relevant for low and middle income countries. And it involves a relatively simple production process. And so the development status, which is
It's like the, let me see.
Oh, okay, so this graph right here, this is the current development status of the NTS vaccine for the candidates. And so it's unclear if the candidates will be protective against both gastroenteritis and salmonella, but it has been proposed that the multivalent vaccine could protect against the more relevant forms of invasive salmonella worldwide and gastroenteritis. And then the Center for Vaccine Development at the University of Maryland in Baltimore, they have developed a live oral vaccines for both typhimurium and enteritis. They induce greater antibody concentration, which is like, they produce more of it, which is seroconversion, and functional LPS and anti-flagellin antibodies. And it's expected to elicit strong cell-mediated immunity, and which is a key component needed for the resolution of salmonella infections. And then current research and applications and proposals that have been going on. So the USDA has proposed to reduce salmonella. They've introduced policies to reduce salmonella in raw poultry products, and it was issued in July of 2024. It basically established the standards for the final product to prevent raw poultry products from being contaminated with salmonella that are of any type of salmonella that's at or above 10 colony units to enter the marketplace. And it requires poultry establishments to develop a microbial monitoring program. And then the activities that were designed to get the data information for the FSIS, they were charging the National Committee Microbial Criteria for Food to provide guidance the FSIS could use to better prevent infection. And they also conducted a risk profile for subtypes in poultry, and they developed 2 quantitative risk assessments with this. And they also did exploratory sampling for young chicken carcasses that would generate microbial data.
So now we're going to talk about some controversies related to food safety, salmonella, and specifically the raw food diet trend. So, the growing trend related to consuming raw foods has been promoted widely on social media platforms, and this diet mainly encompasses plant-based foods. However, issues arise when meats, raw milk, and other animal products are ingested without proper heat exposure and pasteurization. Influencers claim various health benefits like weight loss, energy, metabolism, and a lot of other things that people probably want. So, the benefits and detriments of a raw food diet. Avoiding refined oils and other processed foods is a large part of this diet and its proposed health benefits. However, controversy arises when claims towards raw animal products are made. Consuming or avoiding refined foods and other processed foods is generally a good thing, but when people make false claims like the cooking process denaturing the enzymes present in meats and making them less bioavailable and hard to metabolize, these things are just false, as the digestive system is designed to efficiently produce enzymes well suited for the digestive process. Now, is there a safe way to consume raw meats? Many cultures around the world enjoy unique cuisines, including raw meats. In Germany, people consume raw met, which is a traditional German food comprised of minced raw pork. This is considered safe for immunocompetent individuals due to the strict food safety regulations. It can't be more than 35% fat. It must be consumed within 24 hours of production. And becoming a licensed butcher in Germany takes 3 years. Now, in Japan, people eat a lot of sashimi. Sashimi is a dish comprised of raw fish, and it's served with ginger and wasabi. And sashimi on its own is well regulated. There's like sashimi grade meat, and then when they combine it with the ginger and wasabi, this is actually intentional to prevent parasites and foodborne illnesses, because ginger aids in digestion, and wasabi actually has antimicrobial properties. And sashimi is considered generally safe to eat for immunocompetent individuals when done properly. And these are our sources.
Action.
Hello, welcome to the Salmonella Showdown. My name is Sydney Newell, and today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at one of the most common kitchen hazards, cooking chicken improperly. Salmonella is a serious foodborne bacteria that can lurk in undercooked chicken. In this video, I'll first show you a common mistake, which is cooking chicken the wrong way. Then, we'll see the proper method to ensure your chicken is safe and delicious. Finally, we'll break down what went wrong in the bad example and what we did right in the proper one. And now we'll get started on how to cook chicken the wrong way.
All right, now let's see how Sydney runs her stuff in the kitchen. All right, she's getting the chicken from the freezer. Ooh. Wait, did she wash her hands? Oh well. Got the cutting board out of there. So far, so good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Keeping the surfaces clean, I hope. And man, wow, what a beautiful piece of chicken. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you just grab that salt without washing your hands? Oh, Lord. All right, salt and pepper, bring it right back. This is a bad day for Sydney. We're gonna lose a lot of ratings for this one. Oh, well. A very interesting choice of cut, but that's that. Now, Sydney's gonna wipe her hands. Uh-oh. No soap, no water whatsoever. Will she leave that there? Looks like it. OMG, contaminating my kitchen? This is not looking good. Critics are mad. All right, what's she doing? Temperature on high? Interesting choice. Maybe she might kill the bacteria. We will see. Up, contaminating even more. Oil's on. Both pieces of chicken. Amazing sear, hopefully. We will see. All right, our chef is a bit of a multitasker over here. While the chicken cooks, we're gonna prep a side salad. Oh, we still have not washed our hands. What are we doing? FDA does not want to see this. Alrighty. Now this may be the same cutting board. Oh, okay. This is a disaster. And now we are cutting very much contaminated chicken. Oh, as you can see, beautiful, beautiful stripes of contaminated bacteria. All right, now, oh, and she's going for the Tupperware. Wow, wow, wow. We need to call the exterminators for this one. She's getting her salad, very questionable lettuce, but you know, we'll let that slide. Beautiful salad over here.
12 seconds later.
All right, let's check out this chicken we got going on. Okay. I'll let you guys figure out what was wrong with that. Oh, some minor turbulence going on. Ooh.
Cooked chicken.
Cooked chicken, as the professional says. Michelin star right here. Ah, wonderful chef. She's cleaning as she goes. This might be the first time we've seen her clean all day. But you know, we take our wins. No, my lettuce. I was gonna eat that. All right, let's see the crust. We're gonna see the flip. Oh, chef, what do you think about that?
Looks done, I have to say so myself. So now we just get to transport over and wait for it to cool, and then we can dive in and eat it.
Wow. I don't know about that one, guys. All right, guys. Chef Sydney just left the scene. Let's use our handy dandy thermometer to see how she is doing. Got the thickest part of the meat. Let's read it. Oh, is it cooked? Not even close. Guys, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. It has been 10 minutes. The chicken should be done, cooled, whatever. Now let's get to plating. She's saying the plate. Wow, look at this fine china over here. Beautiful. We're doing, putting the lettuce on there. And we're gonna go over, get some utensils. Yep, with those totally not washed hands, but you know, might add to the flavor, as some would say. Oh, beautiful. Look at this technique. Amazing.
And here's our final cooked chicken meal.
Wonderful. Yeah, I'm definitely not eating that. But now it's time to switch cameras and sure gonna do it the right way. All right, welcome to my kitchen. I don't know who that poser was, but I'm Chef Rondo, and I'll teach you on this stuff. So, what I'm gonna do is...
All right, Ganu is now gonna grab the chicken out of the freezer. He's gonna set it out to let it thaw out, and then he's gonna he's gonna wash his hands to reduce the risk of salmonella spreading. All right. While the chicken is thawing, Ganu is going to prepare his other stuff by grabbing some utensils. All after while he has washed his hands to reduce the spread. Going to grab the cutting board, placing that on the counter. He's going to grab his pan to cook with, place it on the stove. We're going to shut that. We're going to grab a plate. Set the utensils on. And then we're gonna grab a Rubbermaid container. Set that out. And then there we go. All right, now that the chicken has been thawing, it is now ready to be prepped. Ganu's gonna grab the chicken, place it on the cutting board. Gonna grab his knife that he's using to cut the chicken. Very clean. He's gonna cut his chicken up, separate it into a couple pieces. And there you see he's using his bare hands. We have a special guest. Hello, kitty. All right, knife goes to the sink. Don't use it. And he's gonna wash his hands to prevent the spread of salmonella. Wash his hands and then the knife will get washed. And there we go. All right, after some thoroughly washed hands,
Ghana is going to turn the heat on to moderately. Going to prepare the pan. Keep in mind, this is no contamination. Hands have all been washed. Now that the pan is prepared, we'll pick up and throw the chicken into the pan to be seared. Lastly, dishes go into the dish to the sink, and hands will be washed as well with the cutting board. All right, after washing the cutting board, very clean, place it on the counter. And by doing so, he is going to grab his other sides. Still no cross-contamination. Hands have been washed. His other stuff while the chicken is over here cooking very well. Finally grabbed a clean knife, a new one, and is cutting his vegetables. No cross-contamination.
A few moments later.
Alright, now that this has been cooking on its first side for 10 minutes, start to flip it over. Go and get that other side cooked very thoroughly. I'm going to make sure we get the inside parts of it, not just the outside.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Alright, chicken has been cooking.
Alright, we definitely flipped it, and now we're gonna check.
Thermometer. It reads 150.
Look at that.
161.
So now it's for sure ready.
Chicken is fully cooked. And here we go, taking them off. Oh, one more.
Just
Ready?
to make sure, I did check all of them. Don't worry. This wasn't just theatrics. Oh yeah, we are good. We are good.
Chicken is now fully cooked. There we go. Last one.
This might be some time. Oh, it's up. Never mind.
It's done.
Good.
Alrighty, here's our little display. We have all non-contaminated utensils. Fully cooked chicken being plated. Ready to be served.
Side note, with a little bit of chef's magic, my ingredients became a nice, well-made salad.
Yes. Put our salad on the plate with our fully cooked chicken and our clean utensils. And then look at that. Prepared very nicely by Ganu. Here's the right way to cook chicken.
To conclude our segment of Salmonella Showdown, let's discuss the two previous clips you just saw. You've seen two very different ways to prepare and be clean in the kitchen. We will now discuss the do's and don'ts of preventing salmonella contamination. Sydney, where do you think you went wrong?
Yes, during my chefing process, there was a lot of areas that I went wrong at. For starters, I never washed my hands. I never washed any dishes or utensils that I used. And I wiped my hands with a towel in the kitchen that was clean, and my hands had touched the chicken. So I contaminated the towel. And then I also put the temperature at a high temperature, and so the outside of my chicken cooked and the inside did not cook thoroughly. And I knew this because I did not use a thermometer to confirm that my chicken was fully cooked. I judged off of the outside. So not only did I not wash anything, I also just did not cook my chicken very thoroughly. So all of these factors can lead to cross-contamination of bacteria, which increase the risk of salmonella infection.
Right. And
what about you? You did yours very well. Tell me about
what can I say? Well, before I get into that, I just want to clarify that the temperature range that we were looking for was 155 to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. I did go a little bit over, but you can never be too safe when trying to prevent against salmonella. And I feel like I did everything right like usual. It's really good to, practice these hygienic factors like washing your hands and surfaces between, like, touching the raw poultry. And, this not only protects us from salmonella, but also protects others from food poisoning, which can be easily prevented with just a few extra steps. Like this not only helps us, but also helps the people we serve, the people that we share the kitchen with, prevents them from getting sick as well. Now, I really hope this video has helped you all gain a better understanding of salmonella and hopefully utilize some of these practices the next time you cook. By the way, every time we cut in her section, we did clean the kitchen. She did wash her hands. I know, hard to believe, but yeah, we're a safe kitchen over here.
Make sure you cook your chicken thoroughly.